Hi there, I'm Vincent Boss and I provide dating and self-improvement advice. And in today's podcast, we're going to be discussing dumper anxiety explained. I provide audio and email coaching to help people try and get their ex back or get a new girlfriend or boyfriend. Check out my website for more details. www.dateme.tips. Please check your spam and junk folders if you are expecting an email from me. So now let's get back into today's podcast, and today we are discussing dumper anxiety explained. If you have been dumped, you might be wondering if and when your ex might feel anxiety. If you're a dumper, you might be wondering what the future holds for your mindset. In today's podcast, I'm going to be explaining the dumper anxiety journey that most dumpers will experience. I'm going to split this explanation into 3 bullet points, and if any of them resonate with you, please let me know in the YouTube comments. So let's get straight into this, and number 1 is dumping anxiety. Most dumpers don't want to hurt their dumpee, and yet they know the decision to end the relationship will likely cause hurt and upset. Therefore, the first anxiety a dumper might feel is the breakup itself. Pre-breakup, during the breakup, and post-breakup can all be stressful and anxious times for a dumper. In the vast majority of instances, they don't want to hurt their former partner, but they don't see any other option available to them. So when 2 people are in a relationship, they are feeling a high level of romantic emotional attraction for one another. For various potential reasons, this level of attraction may drop, and unfortunately, if it hits a certain low point, this is when a breakup will likely occur. So when you consider that is why a breakup takes place, you can understand that at the time of a breakup, the dumper is feeling a very low level of romantic emotional attraction for their partner. That is why they end the relationship. That doesn't mean that they want to hurt their partner. That doesn't mean that they want to see their partner upset. And that is why when they end a relationship, dumping anxiety is often what a dumper will feel. Because most dumpers don't want to hurt their dumpee. It is a myth that most dumpers want to cause their dumpee pain. That is just simply not true. The vast majority of dumpers would do anything possible to get out of a relationship, but without hurting the dumpee. And unfortunately, that is not likely to be possible. The reason that they want to get out of a relationship is because, as I said, they are now feeling a very low level of romantic emotional attraction, and therefore they are not feeling fulfilled. A dumper ends a relationship because they want to feel fulfillment. They want to live a life that they feel is working for them. And unfortunately, if somebody wants to end a relationship, what that generally suggests is that they don't feel they can get what they need from life in that current relationship. Of course, there are many reasons as for why they might be feeling this, but ultimately, somebody who is feeling fulfilled is unlikely to end a romantic relationship. So when we look at things like this, we can see that they don't want to hurt their partner necessarily, but they don't see any other option available to them other than ending the relationship. So when you are a dumpee, you might be looking at things and thinking, well, look, they knew they was going to hurt me. Why are they doing this? They must be doing this deliberately. Well, no. In the vast majority of instances, they would do anything not to hurt you. But on the same hand, they need to live their life. They need to feel fulfilled. They need to have a satisfying life experience. And unfortunately, within this relationship, they are not feeling that. Now, that does not necessarily mean that it is because of a dumpee. It could just be a circumstance that the dumper is feeling. Every breakup is different, and I can't specifically talk about your unique situation in today's podcast, but all I can say is that the dumper is not feeling fulfilled, and hence they have no other option other than to leave the relationship. That doesn't mean they want to hurt their former partner, and that is why dumping anxiety is often the first dumper anxiety that a dumper will go through, because the experience of ending a relationship is generally not pleasant for a dumper. They feel that they need to get out of a relationship, but they don't want to cause pain and upset, and hence that anxiety can start before the breakup takes place as they are considering it, during the breakup, and post-breakup. So now let's get into point number 2 and the second point of today's podcast about dumper anxiety explained. And point number 2 is better life anxiety. So as mentioned, a dumper ends a relationship because they are not feeling fulfilled. A dumper ends a relationship because they believe their life will be more fulfilling outside of the relationship. The longer this fulfilling life takes to materialize, the more anxious a dumper will become. Did they make the right decision? Is life better now than it was in their previous relationship? These are the questions a dumper will ask if the life they are now living is not satisfying. They have ended a relationship because they were not feeling satisfied, they were not feeling fulfilled, and therefore they have moved into this new period of their life as a singleton, believing this will give them better opportunities to find that fulfillment. However, as time ticks by, if this fulfillment isn't felt and experienced, this will start to cause the dumper anxiety. So initially, when a relationship ends, a dumper will often move into what I like to call the honeymoon period of being single. They will start to live the life that they felt they couldn't live in the relationship, doing things that only single people should. Normally, initially, during this honeymoon period, life is good, life is exciting, life is new, life is fresh. But this doesn't last forever. Things that seem exciting at first soon become stale. Things that seem new soon become old. And if life hasn't moved in the direction the dumper truly hoped, then this is where anxiety can really start to pull on the dumper's mindset. As I said initially, the dumper might be living a life that they felt they needed. This might even include getting into a new relationship. However, most relationships which are started soon after a breakup often burn out quickly, and these are known as rebound relationships. If you want to learn more about rebound relationships, then please make sure you subscribe and ring the bell for notifications for my YouTube channel, because I've posted many videos on rebound relationships. Please check out all of the content that I upload, and they will help you to understand your current position in your dating life. But for today, all we need to explain is that any relationship started soon after a breakup is unlikely to last long term. Of course, nothing can be guaranteed, but most relationships started soon after a breakup are rebound relationships, and they will burn out after a matter of months. Therefore, after this takes place, this will be a classic example of where better life anxiety will start to kick in. Even if initially the dumper felt they was living a better life, a more fulfilling life, they have now realised that life is not easy as a singleton. They have now realised that it is not so easy to find a great connection. And they possibly feel all alone. They possibly feel that single life and new relationships aren't as easy as they felt. And they start to wonder, did I make the right decision? Is my life really better? Should I have dumped my ex? This is better life anxiety. So now let's move into point number 3 and the final point of today's podcast about dumper anxiety. And point number 3 is dumpee excelling anxiety. So if a dumper feels that their life isn't going as well as they hoped, this will highlight the thought of their dumpee. How are they? Are they enjoying life without the dumper? What are they doing right now? Are they excelling in single life? All these questions will create mystery, providing their dumpee has implemented my version of the no contact rule. So for those of you who aren't aware, the no contact rule is something that lots of people suggest you implement if you have been dumped and want to try to get your ex back. However, there are many different versions of a no contact rule that you can find online, and I believe that my version will give you the best possible chance of success. Again, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please check out my content. And I even have a playlist on my YouTube channel entitled The No Contact Rule. Check that out from a very first video. Listen all the way through. And you will be able to familiarize yourself with my version of a rule and why I believe it will give you the best possible chance of success. If a dumpee implements my version of a no contact rule, they will be creating mystery in the dumper's mind. And if the dumper gets to the position that I've described right now, then this will be the moment where romantic emotional attraction begins to grow once more. And if and when it hits a necessary high point, this is when a dumper will consider reaching out to their dumpee. At the height of their anxiety, the height of them wondering, is their dumpee excelling outside of this relationship? Is the dumpee ultimately happy that the dumper ended the relationship because they are doing well, whereas the dumper is really starting to struggle? But this will only happen if the dumpee implements my version of a no contact rule. And this is because if the dumpee behaves in a negative way, if the dumpee behaves in a way which destroys romantic emotional attraction rather than grows it, then you as a dumpee will not see the fruits of your labor. You as a dumpee will not see the dumper grow in romantic emotional attraction to the point of where they want to reach out. Now, of course, nothing can be guaranteed. There is no 100% guaranteed way to get your ex back. And even if you do everything right, nothing is for certain. However, what I can say is this will certainly increase the possibility of you achieving success. If you annoy your dumper, if you annoy your ex, if you consistently chase your dumper, if you consistently and persistently frustrate them with constant contact, if you beg, plead and reason with your dumper, if you behave in these negative ways, you will be more likely to destroy any remaining attraction rather than grow it. And at this point, you certainly need to grow it. You need to be growing romantic emotional attraction to stand any opportunity of you one day getting your ex back. Because it's only if that attraction hits a certain high point, which is when the dumper will reach out and you have the opportunity to regrow your connection from the communication stage. So I hope you've enjoyed today's podcast. I hope you can see why most dumpers will go through this dumper anxiety process. However, I must say that not every dumper will experience the same things. Of course, every single person is different. Every relationship is different. Every breakup is different. This has been generalized, but most of the time, a dumper will experience this type of anxiety in this type of pattern. Let me know in the comments your thoughts. If you believe that this podcast has helped you, then please consider buying me a coffee. The link to do so is in the description.
Yeah, if you miss your ex, we can help with that. Help you get him back, or we can help find you someone else. Yeah, Vincent Bo, the relationship coach, giving you some insight, bringing you a new approach. DateMe.tips, go and check the site, giving you advice, helping with your love life. Get your ex back, or move to the next. Ain't no sweat, you know Vincent Bo got you. Finding love ain't no problem. Yeah, DateMe.tips, check it out now.